How's it going, everybody? Today we are jumping back in Ark Raiders and we are going to take a look at some lesser known loot spots on the new Stella Montis map. And we are going to start right over here where I am on the map at the assembly area. We have a really nice weapon crate there, and it is going to be all the way up in this big suspended tube or pipe. Alright, so we are going to have to try and make our way all the way there in that big tube. And of course, we can bring a zip line or a snap hook to get up there. But if we don't have one on us, we can also use this small lift right here. So what we have to do, we have to go right here, hop on, press the button, and it will take us all the way up at this tube. And inside we should have a crate, a weapon crate. We can actually see it from here. It's right there. So as long as nobody blasts us, we should be able to check it. Here we go. And here we go. And check it out, we have a weapon crate, and then we also have a backpack here. In the backpack we have a bunch of different items that we can quickly pick up. And in the weapon crate, we have a sniper, some bullets, we have gun parts, and then we have an extended light magazine. Not bad at all. Now this next spot is going to be right over here at the Sandbox. The area is marked with a door icon, and if we hover over it, it is going to say that it's an access capacitor. And there we actually have a big locked door, and with the help of this capacitor we can unlock it. And what we have to do is bring some of these small power cells and place them at the capacitor, and we can find these power cells in some of these wall containers with red lights on them. And usually these containers will spawn fairly close to the locked room. Alright, so we are going to have to try and bring all 3 power cells right over here at the storage room kind of keypad. And as soon as we do that, we are going to be able to open the door and go in there and see if we can find any cool loot. And the power cells will always... Hey, how's it going? Somebody's up there. The power cells will always spawn in a container like this with red lights on the wall. But we do have to be kind of careful around this area because more often than not there will be a shredder in that room right there. So we have to try and either destroy it or avoid it. So let's see here. This is the second power cell. We just need to bring one more. Hey, check it out. We have a locked room here. Let's see. Is this guy going to help me loot it, or is he going to blast me in the back? Here we go. This is the last one. Let's see if our new friend here is going to check out the room with us. Oh, it looks like he left actually. Alright. Oh yeah, this is the third power cell. So we do this. And we do this. And check it out. Now there are a couple of backpack spawns in there and a few different containers that we can open and loot. There's even one of those special containers that we can only open if we have a survival skill called Security Bridge. Unfortunately, I don't have it unlocked just yet, so I couldn't open up that one container. And sticking with locked rooms for a second, if we make our way over to the cafeteria right over here where I am on the map, there we are going to find another locked room. And in order to open it, we have to bring one of these big power cells or batteries, just one for this door here. They usually spawn fairly close to the locked room on the floor somewhere, and in that small room we can find tons and tons of fruit. Oh my goodness, look at all these fruits. A container full with lemons, apricots, olives, mushrooms, tons and tons of things. Nice. Now of course we can eat the fruit and gain either stamina or a small amount of health, but for example the lemons and apricots, we can use them to upgrade our rooster Scrappy, and we can also sell them for quite a bit of money. Most of these go for 1,000 a piece. For example, I found 6 of these resins and they each go for 1k, so that's 6,000 cash money right there. This next spot, I personally walked past it countless times and I did not know that it was lootable, but if we make our way to the assembly workshop right over here on the map, we are going to find some huge engines or turbines and we can actually loot them. So we are going to have to try and climb these big things right here. Up until now, I thought they were just like part of the background. We can see them on the map as well. We have 2 of them, but they are actually lootable. We do have to do, you know, a tiny bit of parkour, but we should be able to climb them. and actually loot these big things. And usually they have some pretty good loot. So if you go right here, and then we breach and search, check it out. We have some pretty interesting items, including an epic item. We have Exodus modules. Here we go. Nice. We can find some good-ish loot in them, including epic items, and as I've said, there are two of them, one right here where I am, and the other one just down the hallway where my ping is. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The second turbine is right over here. We do have to be careful because there are tons and tons of arc enemies around here, but the first turbine is right here, and then the second one is just down the hall. Right over here. And if we take a look around the back of it, we should have another container. Let me see. Check it out. It's right there, but we are actually going to have to do a bit more parkour this time around. I don't think we can reach it from here, can we? It is there. It is lootable, but we actually have to go up here by the looks of it. It is a bit tricky getting to the second container. We have to climb up the stairs and then jump on the turbine, but we have to get the right angle on the container because we can fall off. It took me quite a few tries. I even asked some players to help me out, but after a few failed attempts, I managed to get the right angle, and this container had about the same loot as the first one. And lastly, we have the seed vault, which is right down here on the map. Now, this is a well-known spot, but I'm mentioning it because it's such a huge area. The door is locked, so we have to open it with a power cell, but even if somebody already unlocked it before we got there, it's still worth checking because there's so much loot there. Oh, check it out. We have a battery right here. All we gotta do is bring it over to the seed vault, which is going to be right up ahead. So there are about 15 minutes left in the raid and nobody actually opened up the vault, so we can open it up ourselves. Here we go. And we can go in there and take a quick look around. This place has a ton of loot. There's no way we can carry everything by ourselves. But we can find tons of things in here, you know, from random components, things that we can sell or use to craft. We can also find a turret right there. Hold on. Try and take down this turret really fast, and then we are going to take a look around the entire area. There we go. But yeah, we have a lot of these like seed vaults that we can search, and usually we can find seeds in them and a bunch of other things as well. But sometimes we can also find crates like these on the floor. So in this one, we're probably gonna find some grenades. Here we go. Couple of grenades, but grenades aren't the only thing that we can find here. There's also weapon crates spawned sometimes. Medical bags. We have tons and tons of loot here. And we also have spiders. Hold on a second. Try and quickly take them out. But yeah, there's a lot of loot here that we can pick up, and coming here with a teammate is probably best because, I mean, there are so many containers that we can search. Now, of course, there are lots of other really good loot spots, but these are some of those ones that tend to be overlooked and there's not much competition around them like other players challenging us, although it does feel like Stella Montis is becoming friendlier. For example, I looted the seed vault with another player one time. The extracts seem to be a lot more chill as well. But there we go, we are going to stop here for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video, and I will see you in the next one.